Howdy, folks.
We are home.
We're home. That's right. We are home. Oh, Tony, we're orange. Thank you. I don't like to be orange. It's not a good look on me. Alrighty, well, guys, I feel like it's been forever since it's been me and Denny.
Yeah,
it's been too long. So hopefully,
I thought we were divorced.
never. So, well, I'm welcoming us back because I'm excited to be back. We're going to be doing something different today. This is not a Denny design.
No, it is not.
And he's struggled a little bit with that. He has to follow instructions.
I'm not done struggling yet.
He's not done. You know, this guy, he creates his own instructions. He makes his own wave in the world. And now he's over here trying to follow somebody else's. But it's a cool pattern.
It is.
And Tony and I forced it on him. So we're okay with it.
If this thing comes out, it will be a miracle, but I think it's going to.
Yeah.
Because you're going to do all the stitching here.
I'm going to do all of it?
Today.
Yeah, in the
For the
video
most
right
part.
now.
I don't know. I might help.
You're going to probably
I've got
help.
a lot of cutting and hole punching to do.
All right. Well, Denny, what are we doing?
This is a bag. I forget who the name of the...
Leather hub.
It's the leather hub.
A leather hub bag.
Yeah.
And I've got a little picture of it here, but I'm not going to show you.
You're not going to show them? Yeah. Might as well.
Yeah.
Show them what we're doing here. So this is a fun pattern that we found, and we just thought it was a really cool design. And so...
Well, we can be honest, Liz.
Can we be?
We can.
Okay.
Can we?
Well, so I don't remember who was the original person.
We don't have to lie right now, do we?
If they're watching, we are sorry.
I don't remember what... I can't remember what her name is.
So there was a customer, and they had a really cool bag design, and we're like, oh, we really want to make that. And so we went, and we thought that we found it, and we bought it on Etsy, and I emailed them, and I was like, hey, is this fine with you? We were really excited about this bag, and we want to make it on the live. And they were like, oh, well, that's not me, but we're super excited that you bought our bag pattern, and of course you're welcome to make it on your live. And so we meant to be using a customer's pattern, but we've got this one, and it is still a great pattern, and we're very happy to still be using it, but it just wasn't the customer's pattern that we thought that we had. And so that's the story. So
I'll take the blame.
What?
I'll take the blame.
Yeah, it was all Tony's fault. Although I did go to the Etsy site because I bought it on my Etsy account. You know what? It's fine.
I can qualify us for everything. I'm going to do my best to follow instructions, but I probably won't. So it's not going to be exactly the same.
But it will be fun. There's a lot of hand sewing. So Denny has got me 4 panels plus the bottom cut out at this point and all pre-punched. So he's going to kind of walk you through cutting out the rest of them. And I believe, Tony, are you going to be putting a link to this? And it's kind of a hard name to say. Do you remember?
Gospodeyna.
What?
Gospodeyna.
Gospodeyna.
Am I going to put a link to the pattern? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll put a link to this pattern if you would like to buy it from the Leather Hub. It is the Gospodeyna bag. And it's just pretty fun. It's pretty fun, but it's going to be a lot of hand sewing.
Yeah, but it's pretty simple hand sewing.
Yeah.
Well, it's on sale right now for $9.56.
Hey, it's on sale right now.
Sale ends in 4 hours.
They knew. Wow, so everybody go buy your Gospodeyna pattern. Yeah, we are. Is there a certain side that I should start on?
Well, it's kind of self-explanatory. It can't go that.
No, I know, but
no,
you know what
I don't
the top
think
and the
so.
bottom is?
I don't think so. The top and the bottom should come out exactly
So it doesn't matter.
together. No, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
You're thinking it matters.
I just want to make sure I'm starting my sewing on the right side, but
Yeah, I would go this way. I would overlap
Start
this
here?
way. Yeah, I would
Okay.
start right there.
okay. I'm just gonna start hand sewing, and then
Okay.
Denny's gonna talk to you about things.
Yeah, she's got 4 panels, and I've got 4 identical panels right here. And they're all 4 going to go together, and these are all 4 going to go together, and then those 2 big panels are going to go together.
How exciting!
But anyway, there is very little cutting, but there's a lot of hole punching to do on this because they are all hand stitched. The pattern was hand stitched, so that's the way we're going to do it. And
Denny totally thought that he was gonna machine sew this yesterday, but
yeah, I was really wanting to.
he was really wanting to.
But it won't be bad. It'll just take a while.
First, Denny thought we just gave him a picture and wanted him to create a pattern out of it. I was like, no, Denny, we bought a pattern out of it.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. We found him yesterday, and he's trying to like geometrize this bag together, and we're like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm trying to figure it out," and we're like, "Oh, that's already been done for you." Let us.
I only spent 2 days on that.
Perfect.
The funny part is that we've been talking to him about this pattern for a long time, and I feel like he's been avoiding getting started on it. And I know that he had those patterns at some point.
You think I did?
I think you did.
I know you did. I gave them to you.
They may have been weird.
Yeah, that's easy for you guys to say.
It is easy for us to say.
Well, they were weird because they were printed front and back, which makes patterns very hard to use. Unless you print it twice.
And I've got advice for you guys if you're doing this off the pattern and hand cutting everything. Come as close as you can because you've got to punch holes, stitching holes, and you've got to make them match. So if you're a little bit off from one panel to the other, things aren't going to match up very good.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be kind of a nice bag.
Make sure you got precise cuts. And today we are using our
Tangerine Cowboy.
Thank you, Tangerine Cowboy leather. It is a beautiful leather.
Yeah, it's got a really nice pull up to it.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to hand sew today.
Does anyone else have trouble scaling patterns on a laser printer? Apparently most are designed borderless for an inkjet.
Well, I can answer that. I would have trouble.
With this pattern, when I printed it out, it had the edge on there. You have to cut it out. A lot of printers don't print borderless. There's going to be about a 1/4 inch around the edge that it just does. That it's not capable for a printer to really print.
I was going to say, unless you just have a real nice printer.
Yeah. But even for ours, you print at full scale, and you can print poster. I did like how this pattern was already split up for 8.5 by 11, so you didn't have to do the poster printing.
Yeah, you do have to put the pattern parts together, though.
You do.
Which isn't bad.
Yeah, this one was already set up to poster print. It just had all the pages separated already.
I'm not on my
workshop
hand sewing game this morning.
It's all right. You'll get warmed up.
Thanks.
John?
It's been a minute. We had a special guest this morning, Tony. Is he still in the store?
No. I think they're gone.
We had Tony Johns, right?
Tony Jones Johns. I don't know what it is.
It's Tony Johns from
both ways.
our live shopping. Yeah, I refuse to call him Tony
Whatever.
Johns, and I just decided that his last name should be Jones. But he was in the house this morning, so that was super awesome. Tony gave him the tour.
You were supposed to be saying Johns.
I was, and I've got it now.
Oh.
Because then there was that second customer that came in that also was Johns.
Tony Jones. I mean Tory Jones.
I don't know anymore. Monday was a blur. Hopefully everybody got their estimates that live shopped with us on Monday. You should have all gotten them yesterday. Finally in the evening. There was a ton of new people, which was super awesome, but it was way more new people than I had been expecting. And so that sheet took us all day to go through yesterday. Tony and I and Holly all just stared at computers yesterday, putting names in, matching people, making sure we had the right order on people. It was a lot of fun. It was a great amount of fun. I loved it the whole time. It was fabulous.
Who's your knife by? The round knife you were using?
The guy's name is Robert Burnley. I have no idea where he is or if he's even still doing metal work.
Burnley?
Robert Burnley. I remember him. There used to be a bit and spur company out towards Mount Vernon, and he worked for them. He made me that knife. I didn't even ask him to. He just did it.
Did you do some saddle repair for him?
Probably. Or made some spur straps or something.
Some little thing.
Yeah.
Do you want to work closer over here by Liz?
I can. Is that saying that you want me to?
Nope.
Yes,
Get
it
me
is.
closer to the edge if you can.
Okay.
Oh, bye.
Oh,
Let me move
I
the
didn't
table.
realize this was going to cause complete construction revamp.
No. Look how nice I'm being to you after you, thieved 2 cowhide rugs that I had all set up.
I did not thieve them. I relocated them.
Yeah. Rehomed them.
I rehomed them. Yes.
You're welcome, Michael. When I was going back and watching some of that stuff so I could get the right people on the list, there was some of it I did not remember saying.
Apparently got a little delusional there towards the end.
Probably some of it I shouldn't have said. Like, hey, we'll take a lower price for this or a lower price for that.
Yeah. Who was it? Who got the 2 gator skins?
Rick Hawks.
Rick Hawks. I don't know if he watches these,
Yeah.
but you got a steal. Like, literally stolen.
Not like a Denny steal because he just took them and didn't pay nothing. Yeah.
Yes. I plan to. Actually, I have to get you guys to make me a ticket because I'm going to make my sister-in-law pay for them. How's that sound?
There you go. Let's see. Ron Dowdy said he never got his. Let me just read out your email address and make sure it's right here for everybody. Does that work?
Did you check your spam? Have you shopped with us before?
Somebody said check your spam.
Okay.
I'm making sure we sent him one. We sent him one. Yep, we sent him one.
It should have been around like 4:30 yesterday evening Central Time. We had one girl, Audrey? Was it Audrey?
I don't know. I don't know what the story is.
Or maybe Elise. Anyways, it was one of the A names whose estimates went through first.
There was 193 people.
There was 193 estimates yesterday.
Give me a little. Oh.
Yeah. So there was 193. So our Excel upload was still uploading, and it took like a solid 5 minutes for all of that to upload yesterday into NetSuite. And typically it takes maybe like 45 seconds, maybe a minute to get
First one to pay.
our live shop.
Andrea Pickett.
Andrea Pickett. She paid while it was still uploading, literally like a second after we sent it to her. So kudos to Andrea. She's amazing. She must have just been in her email and saw it pop up.
Ron, if you want to email me at live@Springfield Leather, you should have one. Didn't get my live. Steve Molt said he didn't get his either. Let me look, Steve. Steve, we sent you one.
Steve, you should also have one.
Will you email me at live@Springfield Leather, and we'll make sure that we have the right account. Yeah, Michael Evans says you can also sign into the website. And once you log in, go to purchases, and then click on quotes, and you should find it there. That's how you pay for it. Click on the quote number.
All right, back to business, you guys.
Okay.
I'm going to use these really nice Craftmaster 5mm diamond point chisels.
Ooh.
I have never used them before, but I saw them out there, and I thought these need to get used.
Okay. Awesome. So this chisel set is 378-96068. 378-96068.
Yeah, and there's 4 pieces to this chisel set. There's a 6-prong, a 4-prong, a 2-prong, and a 1-prong. And I used all of them when I punched the holes in that other part, so they're really handy.
This thing is starting to curl on me. I think it's supposed to,
Yep,
but it makes the sewing difficult.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't worry too much. I would just clamp it down there and make it do what it, because it's gonna curl anyway. This is gonna be noisy for a long time, you guys.
I wonder if we can see you stitching where it is.
Looks like it.
Can?
Looks like it.
You're not even orange.
Not even orange, thank goodness. It's like the Simpsons color.
I mean, that's $15 ostrich legs. Rusty Folsom said, great price to test some ostrich.
Good. Yeah, we have had a decent amount of kind of some special purchase ostrich legs for a while, and they're on the website. And I just, they move here and there, but I never really thought of it as something as, just never felt like there was a lot of interest. But we probably sold like 75 ostrich legs yesterday or Monday, or whatever day that was. You're ringing over there, Denny.
Sorry. I never figured out how to pound quietly.
David, we are using the Tangerine Cowboy out of the Cowboy collection.
Isn't it gorgeous?
This is really nice leather. It's got a really nice oil content, and it really pulls up beautifully.
Yeah.
Any ETA on when those will start shipping the live stuff? Hopefully this afternoon. When we get done with this video, the plan of attack is to figure that out.
We've been printing them. Tony has like a ream of paper over there with orders.
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of them completed. We just have to pull them. It's too many for Tony and I, so we're going to attempt to get help from the rest of the store.
Michael Seeger. And evidently it's not showing his... We've had issues with people not being able to comment on Facebook, and so he jumped over to YouTube and he said, did my package show up? And we've been waiting to have you on here so we could show them off. Now I just gotta find where I put them. You got them over there?
No, they were up there.
They're up there? Michael's
trading card.
Trading card
Yeah,
that he
I think
sent.
they're over there that time. We're doing this.
Okay.
Now I get in that.
Anybody for a gray turtle tail? Did you find them? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hey, Michael. Look what Michael sent us, Denny.
Here, man, look at the
Oh,
camera.
beautiful. Very nice.
Yeah.
I like that feather and oak leaf.
Yeah, this is fun.
An homage to what Jim was doing that week.
Yeah. So Michael Seeger sent these in. So we still need to send. Did you send them out some?
I haven't yet.
No, we haven't sent you because we were waiting to just show them off while you were here. So they're really cool.
Nice. Painted nicely.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. We're just gonna leave those right there. Ron
says he figured it out because they sent it to the wrong email address, which would be me. That's what's listed on your account.
If that's not the one you want us to use, you're welcome to update it. I know, Loons.
What ounces did you thin it? Did you thin that leather down any?
Nope, it's full weight. So I think it's 5 to 6.
I think it's 4 or 5,
Four or five.
probably.
It is 4.5. It is precisely 4.5.
Liz, maybe you can answer this. Heath is asking, are there stitching chisels that are longer than others? His are too short for the sheath that he is making. There's another way that you can do that.
So here's the deal. Most likely, depending on the sheath that you're making, the chisel will never go through, and they're not intended to necessarily. If the prongs were very much longer, then they would be prone to break off, because you're gonna have too much
torque.
Yeah, torque on them as you try to pull them out, and so they're really only meant to either sew through lightweight things like this, like obviously you could punch two layers of this, or wallets, or if you're making like a watch band, things like that. When it comes to knife sheaths, you can go through, what I do is I take my stitching chisels and I will chisel out the front of my sheath and get all my holes lined up. And sometimes through the welt or through part of the welt, because sometimes I've built my welt up so much that it's just too thick for it to go through. So I will chisel through the front and or part of my welt, and then I glue everything together. I make sure I have a nice clean line. I mark where the stitches should be coming down on the back, and I go through one hole at a time with an awl. I do know that there are companies now making like front and reverse chisels. So if you wanted to, you could go. We don't have any reverse chisels because they're angled prongs, right? So you can't chisel from the back the same that you can chisel from the front, because then the angle isn't correct.
Yeah, opposite angle.
Correct. Yeah. Then you get like a cross like this, and that doesn't look good, and it's hard to sew through. So what you can do is you could buy both the front side and the reverse chisel if you can find a company there's a bunch of companies out there that do sell those. They're expensive. They're not cheap sets. And then you can chisel through the back and chisel through the front, and hopefully everything lines up if you do your job well. But otherwise, you have an awl, and you go through one hole at a time and make sure it's coming out where you want it to on the back, and that's how you do a sheath. But you're never going to get a chisel that's going to go all the way through a knife sheath.
Yeah. Main thing when you're using the stitching awl, make sure you've got a good line to go to on the back.
Yeah.
And start at the same angle that that your chisel went through on the front.
Yeah.
And just hold a straight line every time. Just be very conscious of that. When you're coming out on the back side of something like that, you can see that the leather will actually start to make a little bump where your chisel is about to come through. And if it's not in the right spot, back it back out
and push it back through.
Yeah.
Finagle it a little bit, but there's not a chisel that's going to go through a knife because the prongs just can't take it. They're gonna get stuck in there. If you try to chisel through like a half of an inch of leather, it's not going to be happy.
Yeah.
Ron, send me an email of what the email is supposed to be.
Are you counting?
I did. Perfect.
Awesome.
Doesn't happen to me very often. Yeah, that's pretty important on this, you guys, is to have the same number of holes on each panel that you're stitching together.
Oh, I saw it last night, Scott. I don't know if Liz saw. If you're on Friends of Springfield Leather on Facebook, Scott posted a dork dye bag that he did.
Nice.
A what?
A dice bag,
Dice bag. He didn't call it a dork dye. I did.
Melissa brought us in a 20-sided die for us to roll for winners, and Tony called it a dork die a million times because it's like a Dungeons and Dragon kind of die, like a board game die. No, I didn't. I built Legos last night. I got my Dumbledore's office out, and I started it Monday night, I think, because I just couldn't do anything else. So I just sat on the couch on Monday night after the shenanigans of the live sale, and I decided to build some Legos, which I don't do very often. And then last night I kept building Dumbledore's tower, and it was a lovely evening because it rained pretty hard here, so I couldn't take a walk with my dog.
You could have.
Yeah, I could have, but I didn't want to. He was pretty mad at me too. Miko knows when it's time to go for a walk, and he'll come, and if I'm sitting on the couch, he'll start to nuzzle me off of the couch. He will, and he'll bark at me, and he'll just stand there and stare at me. And he's like, "It's time to go, Mom."
Have you seen those dogs that walk on treadmills for when it's raining outside? I've tried with Lola.
All my dogs we have a treadmill upstairs, but all the dogs are scared of it.
Yep. Lola did not care for walking on the treadmill at all.
Yeah. They have those like wooden thingies that the dogs, like you put them in a harness and like it's made for the dog. And then they get on there and it's like a wooden track that runs around.
I've seen those dogs, like a greyhound that was running on this thing. I was like, dang, dog.
I've seen some like bulldog or that kind of style of dog, and they get in those harnesses like they just can't wait. And they just run their little hearts out. It's pretty fun.
Oh, I remembered I was going to do that. I feel like I've just been live shopping all week. Oh, wait, I have.
We've only, like, literally since Thursday of last week when we did the live shopping, and then Wednesday the day before that when we set it up. We've been live shopping for a full week. Like, last week's live shopping, and then we started again on Friday for Mondays, and then that's all that we've been doing.
Yeah.
Like,
somebody did some message like, hey, I'm excited to join another live shopping on Thursday. And I was like,
Abigail, you need to remove that event if there is one. That's not happening this week. That's tomorrow, right? That's tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, we probably could.
Nope. We sure aren't.
You do have all those bunnies.
Where would we put it?
We have all those bunnies we could do.
We could do Bundies.
We could do that. I was just going to jump on there.
We could just do Bundies.
I was just going to jump on there and do Bundy. That was my plan. I just hadn't brought it up to you yet.
Tony didn't tell me about this plan.
I can do it while you're on camera doing something so that you're bound to stay on film and not hit me. Look, I may have been born tonight, but it wasn't last night.
Oh, God. It gives me heartburn just thinking about doing another live sale this week.
Robert says, is there any chance that Denny can work on a chest holster pattern similar to Kanai holsters? I don't know. I doubt that Denny has seen whatever holster you're talking about.
I haven't. I think I know about what he's talking about. Yeah, there's always a chance. Pretty slim chance most of the time, but there's always a chance.
Yeah.
We'll see at some point in the future.
We have our R&D department. Maybe we can add it to the list of things that they would like to do. And man, Denny's an old dog.
What are you trying to say?
You aren't very good at new tricks.
Denny's great at new tricks. Look at what we're doing.
Yeah. He's not even tooling leather. Oh, I'm going to have both of them sticked on me before the end of this video is done. And do live shopping on Thursday and just call Denny an old dog. But look at all that gray hair he has.
Luna has gray hair.
That's right. You guys totally match.
Oh, so are you calling yourself an Australian Shepherd? You're going to have to talk in an accent if you're going to be called an Australian Shepherd.
He kind of looks like that rug that you didn't want to sell, Tony.
Oh, and then she said she was going to cut it up.
Maybe she'll make you something out of it.
Yeah, all the YouTube after comments are going to be irritated at me. So I'm not being so mean to Denny.
Yeah, good. You guys get warmed up.
So funny when they make those comments. I go and tell Denny about them, and Denny's like, I don't think they understand our friendship. And I said, what friendship?
You see, and that's the part they don't understand.
Yeah, that's the part they don't understand. Yeah, Denny don't like me. Here I am trying to be his friend. Calling him old and gray. I don't know why Denny doesn't like me.
Actually, I got a little bit younger while I was gone, actually.
Yeah?
I'm not quite as old as I was.
I saw you and your wife driving.
You did?
Yeah.
When and where?
It was on Friday, or maybe on Saturday, and you were turning west on Grand Street.
Could have been.
It looked like you were coming from your house. You're going towards Missouri State.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Probably
yeah, I
went to
remember that
walk.
trip.
Oh, I got a story.
Ooh, it's about time.
This is a dandy.
Is it?
This is a skunk story.
Oh no.
My wife.
Hold on a second. We got to answer your question before we get there. Denny changes his pumps because he's using a 6-tooth right now, and then he switches to a less teeth.
Yeah, when there's a lot of curves and arcs in this, if there's too much of a curve,
Hey, Wayne.
this 6-prong chisel will leave flat spots. So I go to one with less prongs on it.
All right,
Which is why you need multiple prongs.
Yeah. Okay. My
Stop.
wife has had something that's been. First off, she got some baby chicks a while back, and we.
Didn't you lose some? Didn't you have a little bit of a massacre?
Yes, we lost some. They were just gone, and they were in a.
Oh, not even a massacre. They just left. They just disappeared.
Well,
It's like a
I
Nancy Drew
think it
story.
was a massacre, a skunk massacre.
Okay.
They were just gone. The last batch, she had 5 baby chicks left, and they were in a nice cage with little, like 1-inch squares is how big the wire was. Mm-hmm. 4 of them were gone. Okay, you guys, if you have a weak stomach, don't listen to this part. 4 of them were gone. 1 of them was still there, but it just had 1 leg.
Aww.
It was dead. It was dead. So anyway, something murdered him and ate him, drug him through that wire. But anyway, she couldn't figure out what it was. And we had 2 live traps. We kept setting these live traps. And I put sardines in them, a can of sardines. I thought, whatever kind of a meat eater is going to love this. But we went out the next morning. The sardine can was licked clean in both of these live traps.
And no animal?
There was no animal. And the trap was tripped. It was closed. And there was no animal in there. And the bait was gone. And I did that 2 or 3 times, and the same thing kept happening.
Oh man, I bet that animal sure did like you.
Yeah, it loved me. It was
Look at these
getting
sardines.
big. It was getting big. But one morning she heard a commotion, or one night she heard a commotion outside, and she went out there with a flashlight, and there was a skunk trundling around.
Oh no.
So she said, "This is our problem. We've got a skunk." So we set the traps again, and to no avail. And she had some muffins that she had made last year or something frozen, and she took those out and crumbled them up and just crumbled them in the live trap. The next morning, she got up early and she came. This is when I was gone here this last couple of weeks. I was in bed asleep and she came in and woke me up and she said, "Guess what?
I got it.
We've got a skunk in the live trap." And I thought, "Oh, great. Now what do we do?" We have a live skunk trapped.
Do you call animal control?
No. She said, "I know exactly what to do." So we got a tarp and a blanket. I put the tarp in front of the blanket. Mm-hmm. And she's short, so she walked out there and this tarp and blanket was in front of her, and she just draped it over the live trap. And I went out there and took a bungee cord and wrapped it all up. And I could smell the skunk, but it didn't spray.
Huh, okay.
It didn't spray. It never did get agitated. But I put it in the back of the pickup, and we went. I shouldn't tell this because I'll probably get prosecuted. But we went to this place and got the trap out of the truck. Meanwhile, the skunk was still there, happy as can be. And I opened the back of the live trap without agitating it. And I got back in the truck and we were just sitting there waiting for it to come out, and it never would come out. Never did come out. She said, "We're going to have to dump it out of that trap." So she went out there and grabbed the trap and turned it upside down and shook it. And here comes this little skunk. It just trotted out and kind of rumbled along the driveway where we were and just ambled off into the sunset. But
Not a
anyway,
care.
and it was a young skunk. It was a baby. It probably was not 3 or 4 months old.
You guys probably could have adopted it and had yourself a baby skunk.
Yeah, that's just what I wanted, but she wouldn't go for it, luckily. But anyway, so there's probably still more skunks. If that was a baby, it's got brothers and sisters probably, and a mother and a father, and probably aunts and uncles, cousins.
So there's a question, how come not place other pieces over the top of that one and cut them all at the same time? But
Because these are not the same shape.
Yeah, these are all different shapes.
They're all different shapes, and even if you have the same piece over and over,
It's still-
you're gonna move around.
You would have to be very, very precise when you did that.
Yeah, the only time I feel like I would punch two pieces together is if they are glued together. And that's the only time.
Yeah. On the YouTube video, when they made this purse, they used a single tube round punch.
Oh, wow.
All these holes.
They're dedicated.
Very. Of course, they knew what they were doing, too. Going to just full prong now because I'm going around the curve.
Oh, Denny, I did have a couple emails that came in while you were gone that I need to give to you. Some people asking some questions and making some suggestions, and I don't remember who they're from right now, but I printed them all out and they're all on my desk. So if anybody's emailed inquiring about things for Denny, he's back now and I can give them to him.
Okay.
But this week has been really crazy and I honestly haven't thought about it. So.
I'd rather have suggestions than the questions because
I don't have to do anything with suggestions.
all I've got to do is say, all right.
Put that on a list somewhere.
Close up of Liz's stitching. We were telling stories, so I had taken it on. Oh, that's not the right one. There we go.
This is a little awkward and floppy, guys.
Make it more fun.
You had to watch, not necessarily to do.
That's fun to watch, yeah. Anyway, between now and Friday, hopefully all this will be stitched up. There is also a set of handles and a pocket and a top edge binding that's got to go on this. And hopefully all the stitching will be done and some of the binding, I'm hoping.
Will you keep your hands right out of the way for a second? Okay.
Like out of my way for a minute.
I needed to switch it to manual focus so it would quit jumping around.
Oh. I mean, he's pretty ornery, Holly, but I feel like typically he has a good reason. Sometimes. There's
The only good reason is that he wants to.
sometimes.
What was that? How much? It doesn't cost anything to be nice. Oh, how much does it cost to be a jerk? Ask them that question. What are we gonna do with this after we get done with it?
This bag?
Yeah.
We're gonna look at it.
Look at it. I was gonna.
Would you just look at
We might give it away. Huh?
Maybe.
I'm going to say I'm amazed that this thing came out.
I think you're gonna look at it and go, "Wow,
Yeah, wow,
mine's good."
this really worked.
We did that.
I can be taught new tricks.
That's what I say about everything I do, though.
Yeah.
I'm amazed that worked.
Me too. Sometimes I'll finish a knife sheath and I'm just like, I don't know where that came from, but it's all right.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but everything I do, I always have this visual picture that I'm trying to do. And it never comes out quite like the visual picture. But most of the time it comes out where I can deal with it, you know. Sometimes I'm real thrilled about it. Think, well, I'm glad it didn't come out like I was planning.
Yes, loons. Guys, I would attempt to read your comments today, but I am too far away and that it's just too small and I cannot read it.
All right, the holes are punched.
Cool. This one side is done.
All right. Did make a pretty good curve, didn't it?
Sure did.
Yeah.
Taking shape.
I almost like you said shake and bake.
Shake and bake.
I helped.
Oh, I did.
You remember that?
What?
Shake and bake and I helped.
I just remember shake and bake from Talladega Nights.
Yeah. But
Denny, have you seen that?
I remember.
No, I haven't. It's Will Ferrell, right?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I'll watch it one of these times.
It's pretty funny.
Shake
I mean, I think it's pretty funny.
and bake.
It's really ridiculous. But that is one of the, like, Talladega Nights, Napoleon Dynamite. Like, those are some of the movies that, whilst they are ridiculous, I do love them still.
Wow, they're ridiculous.
I love the crepe scene where
Which movie?
the Talladega Nights, I just shoved that right through, not even in the hole. It's like a French dude, I think it's the French dude, and they're like in a bar fight, and he's trying to get Will Ferrell to say that he loves crepes, and he's like, no, I won't say that, and he's like, well then say you like really, really thin pancakes.
What?
Really, really thin pancakes.
Really, really thin pancakes. I don't know, it just makes me laugh every time. Shake and bake. Shake and bake.
Just doing saddle stitches here, huh?
Just saddle stitches. If I can backstitch into my hole, I punched myself another hole just right through the piece of leather.
Darylyn said send it to her.
You never know, Darylyn. You never know.
Susan says she's having trouble paying her. Susan, send us an email at live@Springfield Leather. That will get you more help.
We could try to help you during a live stream, but that seems awkward. Or if you are having issues, you can always give us a call. In the office, the people in the office can help you complete your
They
estimate.
can help you complete it.
Yeah,
on
yeah.
there.
So if everything looks good, and you just need to complete, then you can also give us a call and complete it over the phone.
Liz, do you not do with your needle? Do you not go pierce it back
What do you mean?
to kind of lock it in on your eye?
No, Denny did that for me, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I'm bad at it when I personally hand sew, but Denny prepped these needles for me, so
You don't normally do it?
it was done. I don't normally do it, and then I pull the needle off of the string on a semi-regular basis, and it annoys me, and so I should do it, but I don't know why I don't. I just don't. I don't know, guys. That's one of my failures as a personal leather crafter when I'm at home. So that's just a thing
What
that...
do you think if we did this
can't
burst out of hair on? Like with different colors on the hide?
Yeah.
That would be fun.
That would be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool.
Whoever came up with that idea is welcome to try and find the stitch holes.
Yeah, that would be also terrible.
Probably do it on a machine.
I don't know if you can
You hold your mouth right.
because of the way it would be difficult. All right. Ugh, okay. Did you bring more thread, Denny?
Yes, I did.
Do you remember how much you cut?
2 arms lengths is what I cut.
Okay.
Did you see what they said on Twitch?
I did see that.
Are they hating on us?
No, they said they didn't like Napoleon Dynamite.
We can't be friends anymore.
It's like the real movie.
Oh my gosh.
Eat your food! Eat your food, Gina! Gosh.
Hush. I love singing the technology song.
It's been a while since watching
I love technology, but not as much as you see. But I still love technology.
Oh, I forgot about that.
It's like at their wedding, and he's like singing to her about how he loves technology. It's just so good. It's just so bad. Vote for Pedro. Vote for Pedro.
And like,
Hey, can you do your
look
thingy?
at it,
Oh, yeah.
it's so beautiful.
Let me get this
like,
needle
the
through
scenes
here.
and stuff. But
What are you doing?
He's gonna. Everybody, watch this. Do it on camera, Denny.
Okay.
Okay.
I just pull it through a little ways and I kind of just take the needle and flatten the thread out. Stab it like that. See what I've got there?
Okay.
Pull that through.
So now I'm gonna try to do one. Okay. So you pull it up a little ways,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna come back here, flatten it out. This is why I don't do this. It's because I drink too much
Nope.
coffee.
Now look,
Okay.
instead of going straight on with the thread, go like
Mm.
that.
So pull
Doing
it.
wrong-handed. Well, you're trying to flatten it out. So instead of going like that, go like this.
Okay. And then between. Okay. Let's see. It's probably because I am doing it wrong-handed. Because I'm a weird righty.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. Now just pull that up. There you go.
There it is.
Okay, Susan said she did call and left a message because they were busy.
Okay.
There you go.
Boom.
Voila.
So this is probably from more of everybody than just Liz, but Carolyn says that she is making a coffin right now.
oh, that's
Oh, what does that remind us of?
Can we live stream you?
Yeah, let's all jump over on Carolyn. Send me a Zoom meeting. We'll join you. We'll join you, and I'll pop.
What are you making it for? Are you just making it for fun?
For fun.
Are you
What?
yeah.
making it?
Gosh.
Are you?
They sneak up on you, man.
I do. I have big sneezes, guys.
Hey, Jan. Somebody said something about Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, we just watched that one.
Yeah, we had that one on the other day. So since these other monitors,
I have a confession.
Uh
I've never seen that movie.
huh. We can fix that.
It's good. It's good. You'd like it.
Sing the rodeo song.
As opposed to the technology song. Okay.
So when we live stream, there's 2 monitors above the table. If you've taken a tour, you'll know that. But they're my number 3 and number 4 monitor on there. So I'll move it over there and just turn my sound up so the whole room can hear it.
I wonder if you could do every other panel if you did a hair-on, and then you could house the hair-on underneath
Yeah,
the
that
other
would,
panels.
that would be the way to do it. I
Like
would
you
think.
it wouldn't be laying the same, but I think it would still work.
You're welcome, Deborah. She said thanks for the tilted needle trick tip.
That's really all we're here for, guys. Is just the tricks. Because honestly,
Well, I mean, we're not doing one of our patterns, so it's, I mean, we're just, this is more of just crafting and like what happens and how we construct stuff and why.
yeah.
Trade secrets.
It's just getting to hang out with SLC for a while, so sorry for all the crosstalk and not really explaining the pattern, but it's not our pattern, I guess, to explain.
That's what we always do, though. What's different?
Never mind.
This is just regular SLC time. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be annoying.
What did Tony sing a couple shows ago?
Everything, all the time. There's a good chance that any live stream that you watch will have some sort of weird song on it. That's a given here.
Yeah.
We turn leather into songs. Everything has a song.
We turn people's names into songs.
That's right, we do.
Just looking at you, Holly Lewis. Liz was saying that she couldn't be friends with one of the Twitchers because they didn't like Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah. Jeez. Gosh. I can't.
If you know, you know.
Oh, okay. Steve got his paid for. Good.
Cool.
Darylyn said, I'm making it for a custom order. I have a friend whose sister just graduated from mortician's college, and it's her gift.
That's awesome.
Is it full size?
Is it a full size one?
Yeah, how big is it?
Pixar didn't.
If it's full size, that's crazy.
Ed Matulowicz said I got the 10-pound box of the of the scraps. I think maybe it was
The
big
boot
one.
Mm-hmm.
What a fabulous deal! Has to be 100 wallet backs plus in there.
Nice. Glad you're happy with it. Share. Leave a review.
Tell your friends.
Tell your
We don't have
friends.
very many left.
I meant to ask you on that first one, did you come out right on the
Oh, I sure
number
did.
of holes?
Yep. Oh, I would have told you, Denny, if I didn't. There, that would have been a
I forgot about
conversation.
that.
I would
Sorry.
let you know you messed up.
Sorry, that was a dumb question.
Silly Denny.
Because there's
I
one
haven't
of
gotten to
them.
razz you for weeks now.
I know. Well, there's one or two of them I got confused, and I don't know if I counted right or not. I thought I did. Thought I did, but I could have been wrong.
Oh, Michael Seeker said on the next live, if we sell him a hair-on hide, he'll make you a full purse out of it.
Oh. Like everything?
I don't know. I don't understand the question. I will make you a full purse.
Yeah,
You mean everything?
like with money and an
Not just
ID
part
and
of it.
everything.
Just the flap. That's it.
So while you were gone, Denny, Holly let us know that her grandpa, he was in the hospital. So we were talking about it. She told us that he was 92 years old, and then later in the conversation, she's like, "Oh, my grandpa's actually a twin. They're both 92."
Okay.
That story is never going to get old, Holly.
Then the next day, she was like, "Hey, my friend had a baby. It was born." And I was like, "Huh? Didn't know that happened."
Man, it's going to be sad when you're not in the room anymore for us to harass
don't
you.
worry. She types that silliness.
Is she going to be not in the
Oh,
room?
yeah.
She is. Somebody's moving to Utah.
Yeah.
You are moving to Utah? Whereabouts in Utah?
Oh, Poipus, yeah. Wait, what?
Where?
Where?
Oh, it's St. George area.
St. George.
Yeah, do you know where that is?
Sort of.
It's
Sort
like
of.
towards the fourth quarter.
That's in Utah.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Utah.
Oh, I sang Raspberry Beret by Prince. That probably happened.
Yeah.
Let's see. I was so exhausted from the live shopping. And she was like, how did you do? I was like, I stopped counting at hour 1. I have no idea. Your name was, I think there was 48 lines in your sales order. Or your estimate, yeah.
Yeah, you guys are rock stars. I mean, we did have some baller deals. Like, we totally did.
That
But
was so street.
it was sometimes. Every once in a while, I try to not be just Midwest Liz. I try to be try to be street Liz.
Yeah, Dean is right. It was when you were making that raspberry keepsake box, is when I sang.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hey, somebody had a question about the keepsake box if we were going to be doing the physical patterns.
Yeah, Dean already asked it today.
Okay, Chad, you got that email?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's on my list.
It's on the list, guys. You can buy the digital pattern. The digital. Can you? Are the digitals good?
The digital's still good, but
Okay.
Dean can't print it off. Did we print it off and send it to Dean?
I don't know. I thought we were going to.
I don't. We said we were going to, but then we.
Dean, if we failed, then we're real sorry, and
It's Chad's fault.
we'll write another note.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's place blame every time we get a chance.
Yeah, and make sure it's blames on the wrong people. If you place blame, at least place it on the wrong people.
Just always Chad's fault.
Yeah. Unless it is actually Chad's fault, then you gotta place it on somebody else.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
He'll accept. That's what managers do. We just accept.
And
Just accept blame.
if you get blamed and don't like it, you can re-blame someone else.
Someone, oh, there we go.
Or you could just fix the problem.
Oh, that's too easy.
That's how I deal with things.
Yeah, I was telling people if they were upset that they didn't get the deal, that they could just write their congressman.
Yeah, that's all day Monday. We just told them to write their congressman
Or their
or their senators.
or their senator, yeah.
Imagine getting a letter about some.
Hey, I was on Springfield Live shopping.
That would be
I
pretty
didn't get
great.
the letter I wanted. Okay. We'll make a bill.
We'll make a bill. Not that it'd get anywhere anyway.
Jeez. Ollie. Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, Denny did do a really smart thing when he cut these out. They're specific. So in the pattern, they're labeled, right? The pieces that go together. So we've got like number 1. This is number 2. Oh crap!
You have 1A and 2A. Oh crap, what? Have we got blame to place here?
I started sewing. I went the wrong way.
Oh no.
I have 1, 2, and then 3. So this one needs to go on this side.
You are correct about that. Let's place some blame here.
Alrighty, well that was fun. So I'm gonna cut out those stitches.
Oh,
Oh, so we're gonna get to learn how to take stitches out.
Yeah, well we're just gonna, do we have quick snips?
I
There was
did.
some over to the left you like
yes.
The red ones.
Yes, technically.
Thanks. Pay attention to what you're doing, guys. Son of a gun. Well, I'm glad I looked at that before I got finished, because then I would have been real sad.
Yeah, you only did half of it. Before.
I did. It's less than half.
Enough.
It's like a third. It's a third to be a little sad about.
Yeah.
Could have been worse.
Could have been done.
Could have been worse.
Well, they say it didn't cost anything but a little time.
Yeah, time is free, right, guys?
Yeah.
Time is
I think
100%.
that's the right saying.
Time is totally
Time is
free.
money.
If you're doing this and time is money, you don't make much.
Heard it here first.
Son of a gun. Alrighty, well, I mean, it's been an hour anyway, so
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just end it here. Bye.
I'm just gonna call this.
Yeah, let's call it. This is really hard to do, not in a stitching horse.
No,
I know. I feel bad for you
I should
that I have your horse.
Pony.
Denny, what are we gonna do next week? Everybody's been asking for hair on something or other.
Molly said hair on is my jam.
What could we do this hair on? What do you guys want to see the hair on?
Carolyn said it's a backpack that she's making the coffin of.
What else would you?
Coffin backpack.
Nice.
Yeah, I was thinking of hair on
What about the
that.
Hey Dudes?
Yeah.
The what?
Hey Dudes?
Hey, dudes.
We can glue some leather down. Is it any more than that?
I mean, you
Well,
might be
you're
able to
supposed to stitch it down.
Look, I was getting ready to sing a song about Hey Dude.
That's it?
That's it.
I know too. I have not thought long enough to be able to sing a song.
Are your wife's shoes free next week, Tony?
Sure. I mean, if I take them, it'd be hard for her to wear them.
Shoot. For a week, she's gonna say, "Where are my shoes?"
She's got to pick out the hair on though.
Well then,
Well,
you have a week.
Butter and salt and pepper one, she'd be fine though, right?
Nope.
We could do that. We could do that next
Okay.
week. Probably just one though. That'll probably just take one episode.
Just one shoe.
Just do one shoe.
Then she'll really.
We're gonna have to make Tony do one anyways.
No.
I'll run the computers next week.
No.
Do you use like the hide needle and sew through?
Just didn't even know. He doesn't even know what a hey dude is.
I do too know what a hey dude
Oh.
is. Hey dude, I know.
Hey,
Hey
dude.
Dudes. I know Hey Dudes.
Get on my feet.
I know.
I
exactly.
want some hair on to cover the top. But I don't know how to stitch it on clean. Watch next week and you will find out.
Okay.
Bada, bada, bada.
Hey, dude.
Anyways,
Moving on.
so we've got one plan for next week. That's
All
cool.
together now.
One plan. All right. We
We've got
gotta
a
have two
single-
plans.
We just might need 2 plans. We just whacked a Tony. That's good.
All right. Whack to Tony.
Somebody redeem it.
All right.
People on that.
Alrighty.
Anyway,
We
we gotta
will-
get through this before we can think about.
Do we
next
have
week.
a post stitcher thing? We have a post stitcher.
Yeah,
Like, do we
yes, I
sell
believe-
one? Yes.
Yes, I believe we even have one, don't we? We used to.
Yeah.
post
It's been
machine.
moved around a lot. We do have a post machine.
Yeah.
There.
It's something
They're
we don't have a use for a lot here.
That could probably stitch this up. This would probably be about as thick as you want to go though with a post machine.
Yeah.
They don't like very heavy leathers. They're meant for just boot uppers,
Yeah.
fancy stitching
Mama said
shenanigans.
she's gonna come and help us with hay dudes because stitching them is freaking awful.
Cool.
Tell her
thanks.
to get over here. What
She actually
day?
said we'll hate it. I volunteered her to help.
What day is she coming?
Both days, all the days,
All right.
whatever day she's here, we're gonna do the video.
Tell her to get here early.
Stay late.
Anything else?
My
Do you have
boss-
anything else? You
I worked for a job one time. The first day, I asked the boss. I said, "What do you want me to do?" And he said, "Get here fresh and go home tired."
said, aye, Captain. I almost thought you were going to talk about me for a second, but then you didn't, and it was okay.
What should I say about you? We can fix that.
Thought you were going to tell him what a terrible boss I am.
Oh, well, yeah, that too.
Oh!
I yelled at him all the time on retail. I said, Denny, you have no idea what you're doing on a computer.
That's right. Well,
And it
and
was
rightfully
true.
so. Rightfully so. That's all right.
I did the same thing to you. I probably did to Jeff. I just stood behind him and said, nope,
Thanks,
No.
Blaine.
no. Try again.
Actually, no one ever complained about my computer stuff. The only one that ever said anything was when I was counting money, and that was your lovely husband. He said, "You are so
After party,
slow."
Chef.
You were so slow. Were you at least
I was
right?
going 1, 2, and he went 1, 2.
Chevy said post machines that sew in all directions are used for the hay dudes.
Okay.
I can see that working.
Yeah, we don't have one of those.
A
Oh, like
I thought they used
machine?
the
The patch machines.
The patch-
I think that's probably what he means, the patch machine, because that's the only machine I've ever seen that sews in all directions.
Yeah.
That's cool. I tell you what, when we first got that machine in from Cobra, because I hadn't, I mean, they haven't changed
Did we
in
sell
forever.
them? Yeah.
We do sell them, yeah.
No, did we sell the one we had?
Maybe. I'd have to ask Jesse. But man, I thought that was the coolest thing ever, that you could like rotate the foot on the top, or like rotate the needle direction. It blew my mind. Anyways, it's just a cool looking machine. I love old sewing machines.
All right.
Is it done?
It's a new old
Is
sword.
what done? The video?
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like we did anything.
We did plenty.
I sewed a whole line and a third of another one I had to cut out.
We showed them how to stitch and how to remove stitches.
And we talked about things.
Hey, we showed you guys how to secure your needle on some thread.
Yes.
It's worth the whole 90 minutes that you're
Plus,
watching
you just got
this.
to hang out with us.
And you sang some
And didn't you miss
songs.
us? Didn't you miss this?
Had a little sing along.
We missed this. That's really what we're doing today.
Yeah, we are.
If you guys didn't have fun, rewatch it and see what happens.
Rewatch it. Try to laugh.
Yeah. Feel bad for us, laugh a little bit.
The lost episode. Was that? Guys, I cannot read
The
this.
lost episode of SLC.
Yeah.
They're all lost.
Yeah.
All
So he's
right.
gonna pray for me after hearing my song.
Pray for you.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Well, we will not be back to. Well,
We're gonna do bundies tomorrow.
okay, we're gonna do bundies tomorrow. Bless our souls.
We're just in it for punishment. That's all.
We're going to attempt to get some orders out today,
I just mostly like hanging out with people.
and then tomorrow. Tony does. He really likes you guys. For some reason, I don't know why.
As much hate as they throw at me, just throwing shade at me all the time.
He likes it. He thrives on that, y'all.
Oh.
So this is where he lives. This is his best life.
Confrontation, sign me up.
Yeah. Alrighty. So we only have bundles tomorrow. So don't come in expecting a full show, because it ain't happening. No matter how hard Tony pushes
No.
to add things, it ain't happening.
We've got a cart full of bundies, that's all we're doing.
I will not. And then we'll be back on Friday with more of wherever we're at with this.
Yeah.
So hopefully Denny's done some work and gotten some sewing done.
It just depends. If I can get all my tears wiped up.
Oh, it's tears.
Alrighty, guys.
See you guys.
We'll see you later.
Rest of the day.
Bye.